Don't do this to me, you're so tempting. Neil, shut up, you stupid leprosy, and eat the bear. Imagine being in a band with someone for years and they don't even know your first name. Heartbreaking. It's leprechaun, Niall sniffed, finally taking a bite from the tear-inducing burger, when a loud bring came from Louis' phone. Oh my god, sorry if that gives you flashbacks to waking up this morning. It's not what I wanted to do to you. It's Seaman. He wants to talk to us. Louis growled like the dominant alpha he is. When Seaman's calling, you answer. He stood up and dragged Niall by the weave, the boy yelling when his beloved burger got left behind. Cucumber. They arrived at Shipmont's house and walked right in, the door having been ripped off by a feral client a few hours prior. Oh, it's a cutthroat business, they say. Ah, Lewis, Nigel, how wonderful to see. Skankman spoke. How wonderful to see. He's just got back from a Specsavers appointment. And poor Niall, nobody knows this fella's name. Harry, Liam, and Zed Zane sitting in front of him. Zed Zane, like Zaddy? What is it, Spunk? Lewis spoke. Sitting down on carpet, because why the hell not? Because when your teacher's speaking, you sit down crisscross applesauce and you listen. Louis knows. Well, remember we spoke before about possibly expanding the band? How rude. I've been doing a keto diet now for 3 weeks and had to not eat donuts, and you couldn't have told me before. You just want us to expand. I've lost like 1 ounce. Now I'm gonna have to gain that back and more. Liam cried, rocking in his chair while Harry patted his back sadly. Liam chose the wrong profession. If he was a cop instead of a world famous singer, he wouldn't have to worry about the amount of donuts he ate. It would literally be in the job description. Liam, you ate a donut this morning, Zane muttered. Oh my god, someone put this man on secret eaters. How do you forget eating a donut? It was a gluten-free sesame bagel. Liam cried harder. Okay, a bagel and a donut are two very different things. So either Zane is deep in an eating disorder and he thinks that a bagel is a donut. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just cut Liam some slack, okay? We're all allowed a donut every now and again. Liam, he didn't mean he wants us to get fat. He meant he wanted to add more members. Louis grimaced at the hyperventilating man. Member. Harry heed. Receiving a smack from Zed Zane. Why can I imagine their meetings going like this when they were like 18, 16? They were little kids when they first got in this band. They were literally bouncing off the walls in interviews. It's like they were being fed too much sugar by their management team. Anyway, we have 5 new bandmates going to be joining you. Get in here, clown. Shitty man shouted. 5 new bandmates. At that point, are you even a band if there's 10 of you? Like, are you a choir? An orchestra? There's gotta be a better word for that at that point. The door opened and in walked 5 whack-ass bitches in animal costumes. What the frying pan was the pink one even meant to be? The Backyardigans have made their appearance. I'm confused. Are they not really animals? Have they been furries this whole time? Were we watching a furry show? Tell me we're not wearing those redacted costumes too, Louis sighed, climbing onto Harry to get to safety. Okay, Larry Stans, come out. This is your moment. Look, they're cuddling. If they redacted that, it must have been a really bad word that he said, because they've said some whack stuff so far. How, Louis? Your ass is so fat it's crushing my thighs, he heard Harry whine. Gotta be careful where you park your dump truck. Oh, sorry, Horton. Harry let out a sigh when Louis didn't move. He acknowledged that Harry was in pain and was like, that sucks. I'm here to stay. You've got to at least pay for your parking. Like, we aren't wearing costumes, you dumbass twink. Austin the purple kangaroo looking one spoke. Okay, they're not furries. They're just sentient animals who have clearly grown up since we last saw them. Don't speak to Harry like that. He hasn't even said anything to you, Louis shouted. Louis, I think he was speaking to you, Zaddy snorted. No, he wasn't. I'm not a twink. Tell that to the Larry Stans. Alright, shut up. I'm gonna go make someone else's life a misery and you can all bond together. Simon walked his nasty ass self out of the room. Why were we being so mean to Simon Cowell? I'll admit that because he was mean, right? When I was a kid, I thought that his name was Simon Cow. And I was like, that makes sense because he's mean. So he's a cow, right? Like, I was like, oh, he's really playing to his name. Yeah, so my apologies to Simon Cowell. I'm sure he's actually a really lovely guy. Let's go shopping, Harry squealed. Really giving gay best friend energy in this book. I'm willing to place a bet that the person who wrote this fanfiction is a Larry shipper. Good idea. Some of you in particular look like you could definitely do with some new clothes. Austin laughed. Not even like a normal laugh, like hee hee haw hee hee haw. So that made Louis feel a little better when he realized the kangaroo bitch was pointing at him. Do the Backyardigans wear clothes? I'm just trying to think. I feel like they're naked. I feel like they just prance around naked. So they can really talk about clothes, can't they? I suppose you don't have to practice what you preach. Like, you might know, I suppose, like, what is it, coaches don't play? Maybe they have a lot of knowledge about fashion and they just choose not to indulge, you know? There's nothing wrong with my clothes, to fuck. I mean, Louis, you are wearing a bright red Adidas, or however the fuck you spell it, tracksuit. Harry spoke, still being crushed by Louis' fatty. Although he decided he actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Wow, what a character arc. Happy for you, Harry. He looks like the woman from Glee, the pink antenna wearing abomination giggle. Fine, we're going redacted shopping. What is that word that Louis keeps saying? What is he saying that is so naughty that it keeps getting redacted by the author itself? I need him to say it just once. Or is he just screaming redacted because he knows better? Like he knows kids are watching. Oh, who's mad? Barbie Pablo's side. Oh my god, Pablo. An icon, a sleigh, a moment. They all headed out of the house towards Spunk's minivan. I'm driving, Louis yelled, throwing himself dramatically into the seat. I'm driving. No, you're not. I'm driving. Austin also yelled, throwing himself after Louis. However, it turned out the dumbass kangaroo was too short to reach the pedals. I'm sorry, pause. Have you seen a fucking kangaroo? Those things are massive and beefy. He can definitely drive. I have no doubt that he'd be good at it too. Listen, Louis could start the minivan, put his foot flat on the gas pedal, and Austin could stand in front of it, stop the car, pick it up and throw it and get back in the driver's seat. Kangaroos are buff. So Louis opened the window, picked up the purple idiot and threw him out the window before speeding off. You can't leave Austin behind like that. Austin was the one that wanted to go shopping. How could you do that to my hubby? Tyrone cried, antlers shaking with sadness. What do you mean antlers shaking with sadness? That's like saying my ears wiggled because I was crying. Like there's no correlation there. You could do so much better than him, love. Zane rolled his eyes prettily because like Dad's Zane Malik and he can't roll his eyes any other way. So I think he might have a little crush on Tyrone. It's true, Tyrone. Tasha, that ever smoke. Every time they bring up a new name, I just have like this flash of what the character looks like. Just imagine them like human-sized 6 foot tall sitting in a minivan with One Direction. Our two worlds combined. He doesn't deserve you. Thanks, Tasha. I love you. I love you too, Tyrone. We done yet? Louis spoke, parking the van. Listen, nobody's forcing you to hear this, Louis. Oh, my sweet fast food Jesus, there's a KFC right there. Thank you, Lord. Liam gushed, grabbing Niall and running into the building, narrowly avoiding a raccoon that was sat on the pavement. What, is it bin day or something? Why is the raccoon not in the trash? You know, with how hungry and desperate they're making Liam seem in this fanfiction, I'm just glad he didn't stop to eat the raccoon. I'm not even going to question why the raccoon is there on the pavement. I'm just glad that it's still there on the pavement, you know? Oh my god, there's a little raccoon. Can I go pet it? Harry squealed, not even waiting long enough to hear Louis' warning about it possibly having diseases. He somehow picked up the raccoon and brought it back over to the bus as the other Backyardigans headed inside the store. I'm really loving Harry in this. I think there's a little bit of Harry and Liam in all of us, right? Like there's a little part of us that just wants to pet and love on diseased little creatures, and there's a little part of us that just wants to eat donuts for breakfast and KFC for lunch. Well, that's not a little part of me, that's a pretty big part of me actually, but my point stands. At least there's some relatable characters in here, because I'm struggling to relate to the Backyardigans, which are just walking, talking, gigantic animatronics. That thing is not coming on here, Louis hissed. You get that manky thing away. Ew, Uniqua screamed. But the Backyardigans are inside the store. Uniqua teleported back to the bus just to complain, and now she's gone inside the store again. Did Uniqua teleport out of the store back to the minivan just to complain? What a bitch. Let Harry have his moment with the raccoon. Maybe he's got some trash to feed it. I don't know. Waste not, want not. Actually, never mind. He's more than welcome, Louis spoke, placing the raccoon in his lap to keep the pink bitch away. They found pink bitch repellent. Ugh, disgusting. I'm going, she squealed and ran out of the van as fast as her short ass legs would carry her. Uniqua is literally, they're all literally walking, talking feral animals. What do they have a problem with the raccoon for? What, it can't talk, so it's not cool enough for you? Oh, it's not 6 foot tall? Sorry, we're not all born that way. What should we call it? Harry asked, just as the raccoon stood up on its hind legs and took a fat fucking chomp out of Louis' neck. It's not an insane Wattpad fanfiction without just a little bit of gore. A little bit of death. Ah, what the redacted? Is he just saying f***? Is that literally all he's saying? Just f***? Because what else would he say there? Oh, maybe what the F. You do have to get to a certain point in your career before you can start saying F. It's quite raunchy. How about Edward then, like Twilight? Harry smiled, ignoring Louis' screams of pain. Harry's in his own little world. Harry is fully the main character in this. I don't think he's meant to be, but he's always the main character. Wherever he goes, it's always been Harry Styles and the others. And if you're Team Jacob, get the fuck out. No, I'm kidding. Who's Team Jacob? That guy was a creep. Harry, get it away, Louis cried, the raccoon trying to literally drink his motherfucking blood. Oh no, that's why the raccoon wasn't in the trash. This isn't a trash panda, this is a blood panda. They picked up a vampire raccoon. But you didn't know those existed. Hey, at least Louis can still talk. Clearly the raccoon hasn't bitten through any vitals, right? There's a silver lining to every cloud. Because otherwise, I mean, where would One Direction be if their band went down from 10 members to 9? And the gutter is where they'd be. No, they need them all to survive. Edward, you silly goose, don't eat Louis. Oh my god, Edward is such a little prankster. Louis, you good, man? Asked Zane. Does he look good? Save your questions. Like, oh, where were you, Zane? It's almost like the author completely forgot you're also in the van because she's so sleep deprived, Harry spoke, cuddling Edward. The raccoon was getting some of Louis' blood on him, but he didn't mind. Was the story born out of like a sleep deprived hallucination? Like, how long have you gone without sleep? Because I've heard after a good 24 hours you start going a little bit insane, and then like the longer you go the worse it gets. I feel like this is what you'd come up with maybe the day before you die from like lack of sleep. The two boys turned to face Louis as they heard a growl come from him. Oh my god, is he diseased? Is he turning into a vampire raccoon? Is that how they're born? Is that what the Backyardigans came from? What the hell, boy? Zane muttered as Louis bared his teeth at him. Shh, Zane, I think he's going through his emo phase. No, normally the emo phase isn't like grrr, rah. It's like roar, tee ooh. So I think they're reading it wrong. Like his vampire phase, sure. Emo phase, no. But to be fair, I need to see a picture. Like, has he straightened his hair? Does he have really long bangs that he can't see past? Because then you're right, you're narrowing it down. It's either like an emo phase or a Justin Bieber phase. Oh no, let's go get food and give him some space then, Zayn whispered, trying not to agitate the growling man. One Direction is so real in this. They're just like us. The avoidant behaviour, the comfort eating. Harry shoved Edward into his hoodie pocket and the two headed into KFC where Liam was sitting with his head stuffed in a bucket of chicken. They're all different animals, so Louis is now a raccoon. Liam, he's an ostrich, clearly, a really hungry one. After they bought at least half of the store, they came back out to the van. It's funny because with the amount of money they have, they could definitely buy half a KFC franchise easily. Like, you walk in expecting to buy a bucket of KFC chicken wings and you leave owning the KFC. Whoopsie daisies, millionaire things. They came back out to the van and saw Edward sitting where Emo Lewis had been, and Emo Lewis wasn't there. I'm gonna have to see the other Edward because I'm not quite sure, but I think I can see where this is going, and I don't think Emo Louis exists anymore. I think he was actually going through his vampire raccoon phase, not his emo phase. One Direction is so uncultured. How could they not pick up on that? How did Edward get in the van himself? Harry befuddled. Harry befuddled. I don't think that's like a descriptive word, like they would try to use it. I can't say I befuddled. I can say I was befuddled about something, but I can't be like, I'm not ginger, I'm blonde. Oh wait, I am ginger, sorry, I befuddled. Oh my god, I was just befuddling, that's my bad. Before realising Edward was still in his pocket. Who's this then in the van? Is it Jacob? Are we about to watch a love story unfold? Edward and Jacob competing for Harry's love. I can see this now. This is a whole new movie series. They entered the van and Zayn walked over to the fluffy animal. I think this is Lily. Thank you, Zayn, for saying what we were all thinking. What, the redacted? Harry sparked, nearly dropping Edward's furry ass on the floor. Louis? The raccoon let out a roar. Oh my god, no, he is going through his emo phase. They were right, I was wrong, I'll admit it. Oh my god, he's an emo raccoon, Harry sobbed, wiping his tears on Edward. Isn't there a TikTok like that? I won't be able to find it, but there's definitely a TikTok where someone's like wiping their tears with a durable or something. The Backyardigans that were still alive climbed back onto the bus with Neil and Liam. They're all still alive, aren't they? Did a fight break out in the store? Oh my god, there's two raccoons now. Ah! Uniqua yelled, slapping both the raccoons. Oh, you're next, girl. Don't be so aggro with the trash pandas, they're gonna get you. They flew at her face and mauled her to death. Well, we could have seen that coming, couldn't we? See, when you're dealing with feral animals, you really gotta keep your calm. Otherwise, they rip your door off and kill you. It's really not a good look, Uniqua. After Uniqua was left at the side of the road, Louis Raccoon drove everyone back to Seaman's house, and the little raccoon driving. Oh my god, he's cute. He's gonna make me emotional because he's so cute. I love that even as a raccoon, he's still Louis. Like, he's still gonna drive. He's still putting his foot. How can he reach the pedals, but the fucking massive kangaroo couldn't? I don't think asking questions is good for me with stories like this. They arrived back at Shipman's house and he they go record a new song. It makes sense, like costuming, song, music video, tour. Simon knows what he's doing, alright? Okay, we're recording, go. Very professional. Stop the raccoon noises intermittently throughout this. They didn't kick the raccoons out of the band. Are both the raccoons there, or is it just Louis Raccoon? Is Edward part of the band now too? Like, you have to replace Uniqua somehow. Unless they're gonna like AI generate her voice, you might as well have the raccoon in there. You have to be willing to kill to succeed. There's no biz like showbiz. Skank man, it just doesn't sound right when Louis is a raccoon. Liam makes a really good point. He's still eating the chicken from KFC, as he should. Yes, queen. It doesn't take that long to eat KFC. But in the time he's been eating KFC, one person's turned into a raccoon, another person's died. Like, he's gotta chomp it down. The chicken boy is right, Pablo sighed. He knew he should have never agreed to this. He could have had such a promising stripper career and be getting so much more back, but no, he had to stick with the stupid Backyardigans. I don't know, Pablo, did you sign a contract? Because maybe you could get out of this. Go to a lawyer, man. Go live out your dreams. I think there are some people that would pay out the ass to see a stripping penguin. Like, have you ever heard of that? No. Aren't you just curious about what's even under? Like, isn't he naked already? What, does he strip his skin? What, his hat? Ooh, scandalous. No, you're all wrong. Louis sounds great, even as a raccoon, and you need to learn to appreciate him more, you stupid bitches, Horton Sniff. I love to see Harry sticking up for his boyfriend. He's a bit defenseless right now as a raccoon that can't speak English, so it's really good to see someone's in his corner. I think I might know how to change him back, said Tasha. Could you have maybe done that like before he mauled Uniqua to death, or like, are we worried about that at all? No, not really. Well, how then, hippo bitch? Who said that? All of them? In unison? We need to travel to the mighty Shedder, she spoke. What? Harry whatted? The mighty Shedder. Here, I'll show you a picture I took last time I worshipped him. Oh my god, how did I end up in this story? How did they get that picture of me? That's so uncomfortable. I don't know. Listen, I didn't even post that on social media. I don't understand how this happened. Shit, he's kind of hot. I'd throw it back for him, Tyrone muttered. Of course you would. You're a little whore, Pablo sighed. Let's go then. I like the emojis inside the speech marks because I just don't know. I don't know what to do with them, but it's keeping me intrigued. Like, is he saying, let's go then walk to the door? Or is he saying, let's go then and walking to the door physically? I don't know, I can't tell, which is quite fun. They arrived at the Mighty Shredder temple and headed inside. Hello, Mighty Shredder, it's me, Tasha.
Tasha, hello. I see you have brought company.
The little ginger face. Ginger Jesus is real. How did they not call him Ginger Jesus? Like, what do you mean the mighty shedder? I have. This is Pablo, Tyrone, Harry, Zanny, Lima, Louie, and Niall. Oh my god, someone finally got Niall's name right. And she's only just met Niall. If his bandmates really cared, they would be saying his name right this whole time. They just don't care enough to remember it. Rude.
Did you say Niall?
Even the mighty shedder doesn't know his actual name. It's like, fuck, I thought that was Neil. Or like Nimrod. What's his name again? Yes.
It's an Irish name, Ginger.
It is. Niall Sparks.
Do you perhaps play fiddle?
In an Irish band and fell in love with an English man, kissed him by the lips and then took up by the hands. A baby, I just wanted it. No, but I play the guitar.
That's your family, they like pretty little Galway girl.
I'm a boy, but okay. I just rizzed Niall. I am the mighty shedder. The two made out. Oh my god, it's getting raunchy. Glad I'm not reading this with my parents. I'd have to make them look away, put earplugs in, like, didn't we come here for something other than this though? No, just for Niall to be match made. Tasha clearly thought Niall was lonely. It's like, I'll bring you to someone that's gonna remember your name forever. Yeah, Liam spoke, throwing Louie at the shagging men. Louie I forgot Louie was a raccoon. It makes it 10 times better. Actually, no, that's awful. Niall was finally happy. Why did we have to get in the way of this? Ow, what'd you do that for? Shut the fuck up, Neil. Shedder, can you sort Louie? He got bit by a raccoon called Edward and he turned into one too. Harry eye roll. I love how nonchalant they are about this. He's like, this is such an inconvenience. I'm so mad that Louie's an emo raccoon. He's never gonna pick up a raccoon again. He knows they're more trouble than they're worth now. Sometimes we need these types of lessons.
Oh, he just needs to get bitten by a human.
Kinky. He's a raccoon right now. That's bestiality. Oh well. Listen, he's still Louie on the inside. I mean, the princess kissed the frog. Is that not bestiality? Yeah, it is. But if he transforms in the middle of it, then I mean, morally grey ground. It's like, can you eat a human if you're starving, stranded on a deserted island? I don't know, think about it, see what happens. When he walked over to the snarling raccoon and grabbed it before biting its neck. Fluffy. Yeah, that texture would be... I don't even want to think about the texture. Everyone watched as Louie turned human again. It's a shame that everyone missed his first transformation. I'm glad that he's finally getting his moment, because like he's been a big driver in this story and just I don't think he's gotten the appreciation the time he deserves. What the how are you still wearing that hateful tracksuit? Harry cried then. That is iconic. That is genuinely iconic. I told you he's been the same Louie this whole time. God, imagine, it would be so much worse if he came out naked. Of course he's wearing the tracksuit. Just under all the fur. He would have been so warm and insulated. Maybe he's mad that he's human now. I could have bought him something when they were inside the shop. They're not very thoughtful, are they? Nothing about them in this story is giving your backyard friends the Backyardigans. It's giving like the hooligans in your neighborhood. Sounds like living next to Team 10 would be a more pleasant experience than living next to the Backyardigans, which is sad to say, but true. Anyway, I'm done here. I'm gonna leave before I go as insane as the author, but please feel free to click on this video. Like, the ride's not stopped. It's not time to get off yet. You're staying on. I'm sorry.